The Rainbow Crow, a Lenni Lenape Nation legend retold by Daniel Steeby. Little Crow came home one day from school with a sad, sad face. Mama Crow noticed that she was upset and put her wing around her little fledgling. Pulling her close, she said, "What seems to be the matter? Was it a rough day today?" Little Crow sniffed and said, "Mama, the other birds at school don't like me." With a soft voice, Mama Crow said, "I'm sorry it feels that way. Come outside with me and have a snack while you tell me about it." With a gentle black wingtip, Mama Crow raised Little Crow's chin up and wiped a shiny tear from her eye. Mama Crow smiled and said, "It's a beautiful day, and the sun is still high in the sky. Let's greet the evening." Little Crow followed her mama to the top of their tree. She snuggled up close and with a worried voice that only a sad little crow can give, said, "Mama, the other birds make fun of me. They say I'm ugly and my voice and feathers aren't beautiful like theirs. Jay says blue's the best color. Cardinal says it's red. Lark says that everyone sings better than me too. They say I'm bad and scary." Mama looked down at her chick with a bottomless love and gave her a little kiss on top of her head. She took a deep breath, looked up at the sun, closed her eyes, and smiled. That certainly sounds rough. Kids can really be cruel sometimes, huh? Especially about things they really don't understand. Let me ask you something, though. Am I ugly? Mama asked. Little Crow looked shocked. "No, Mama, you're beautiful." "Am I bad and scary?" asked Mama. Little Crow shook her head. "No, Mama, you're so nice and kind." "Do you love the songs I sing to you?" asked Mama. "Oh, yes, Mama. They're the sweetest sounds in the whole world," said Little Crow. Mama Crow smiled and said, "Thank you. And you know what? You are a little version of me. So that makes you beautiful and kind and sweet." Little Crow started to smile a little. Then Mama Crow spread her wings wide, trying to catch every ray of sunlight on her beautifully iridescent black feathers. She said, "Look closely and tell me what you see." Little Crow wondered what her mommy meant, but did as she was asked. She looked, then she looked closer, trying to see whatever it was that she was supposed to see. Then, as her mama moved her wings, she saw it. Colors. "Oh, Mama, I see colors. You shine." "I see green and blue and red. I see purple and gold. Mama, you're like a rainbow." "Did you do magic?" asked Little Crow. Mama chuckled and said, "No, it's not magic, sweetheart. Those colors were always there. You just can't always see them, especially at a quick glance and with a shallow mind. Remember, everyone is more than what they seem if you look close enough. Now, let me tell you a story about your great-great-grandfather. Listen and remember." Mama Crow began. "Back in the old days of memory, long before man joined us in the sky with their machines, everyone listened to the Great Spirit in the sky. This is when your great-great-grandfather Crow lived. They called him the Rainbow Crow, and all of us crows are his descendants." Little Crow chimed in. "A real rainbow crow? Was he really all the colors of the rainbow, Mama?" Mama Crow replied, "Oh, yes, he most certainly was every color of the rainbow. Your grandfather was smart and beautiful, too. The world lived in peace and harmony in those days. It was a land of plenty. But then, one winter, the snow stayed longer than usual. The animals, birds and beasts alike, started to get worried. They wondered, where's the Great Spirit in the sky? Will this cold last forever? The longer the cold stayed, the animals became more and more worried. But not Rainbow Crow. He kept faithful to the Great Spirit in the sky and knew this weather wouldn't last forever. Because Rainbow Crow had such a kind heart and saw that the other animals were so worried, he held a meeting with them one day. He told them, "I know you're worried that the spring will never come again, but I know in my feathers that this isn't true. If it will calm your fears, I'll fly up and speak to the Great Spirit in the sky and bring back news." The animals all cheered and thanked Rainbow Crow that he would go on such a long and dangerous journey for them. He smiled and said, "Keep close and stay warm. I'll be back soon with good news." Then he spread his rainbow wings, gave a mighty flap, and took off into the sky, leaving a rainbow trailing behind him. The animals gazed up at his rainbow in awe until it became a single point of light in the distance. Rainbow Crow flew and flew, higher and higher, over the mountains and above the clouds until he reached the peaceful stillness that was the home of the Great Spirit in the sky. The Great Spirit had watched the Rainbow Crow come from below. It was not very often that the Spirit had visitors, and Rainbow Crow was special. Intelligent and fun to talk to, the Great Spirit welcomed Rainbow Crow happily and asked, "It's wonderful of you to come all this way and bring your beautiful colors to brighten my day. But tell me, friend, why have you come?" "Oh, Great Spirit," began Rainbow Crow, bowing low, "the winter in the land below has been long. I know things will be fine, but the others fear that this may be the end, and that warmth will never come again." The Great Spirit smiled and said, "Thank you for your faith. Now is not the end of happiness. All is as it should be. Spring will spring again. That is its name, and that is what it shall do. But I understand their worries, so this is what I will do." Then the Great Spirit said, "Rainbow Crow, take this gift of fire back to the animals to warm themselves, until the snow melts and the rivers flow again. Return with my message that they are loved and that the seasons will continue as they always have. Take this flaming branch and return with good news. As always, you are welcome to come visit any time. Goodbye, Rainbow Crow." Rainbow Crow thanked the Great Spirit and did as he was asked. He grabbed the branch and flew back to earth. As he flew lower, the fire went from warm to hot. Then the heat began to blacken his beautiful rainbow feathers. The smoke made him begin to cough until his lovely voice became a harsh caw-caw. But Rainbow Crow was brave. He had given his word, and the others were waiting on him with worried hearts. Rainbow Crow didn't stop or drop the branch, he just flew faster. When Rainbow Crow returned, it was as if he was an entirely different bird. The animals shrank back in fear. They were afraid of the shadow bird. They didn't recognize Rainbow Crow. He finally found his voice again. "Caw-caw! It's me, Rainbow Crow. I'm back with news and a gift from the Great Spirit. Spring will come again. We are loved. Come warm yourselves by this fire, but don't come too close. It's burned all the colors from my feathers and it's taken my song." Then, in the light of the fire, the animals saw that his colors weren't gone. They were hard to see, but they were still there. They shined like oil on water. All the darkness in the world could never completely take the colors that lived so deeply in his heart. The animals cheered and thanked Rainbow Crow for sacrificing his beauty for them. Rainbow Crow felt the happiness of helping others and said, "I'll hold my rainbow on the inside now, and only let it show for a moment, like the shimmer of a memory. From now on, you can call me simply Crow." When Mama Crow finished her story, she looked down at her little chick and said, "You see? There was still a rainbow inside of him. There is one in me, and there's one inside of you too. There's still that same rainbow in all crows, thanks to our great-great-grandfather. It's passed down to all of us, forever. Even if the others forget the past, it's still there. Even if they can't or won't see your light, it was a gift from the Great Spirit. Everything is as it should be. You are not ugly. You never have been, and you never will be. You are blessed and beautiful, do you understand?" Little Crow looked at herself with wonder and said, "Yes, Mama, I think I can feel my rainbow inside." Mama Crow gently wiped a happy tear away from her own eye and said, "Good. Hold that feeling as long as you can, and don't forget the story. But now the sun is getting low and it's time for bed." "Mama, did Grandfather miss his old colors?" Little Crow asked quietly. Mama thought for a moment. "Sometimes he did, little one, but he was smart and strong, and he knew who he was inside. He wasn't boastful or vain like Jay or the cardinal. He knew he would never sing as pretty as a lark, but he didn't mind. He knew he still had that same rainbow inside, and he was proud that he had helped everyone." "But Mama, then what happened?" asked Little Crow. Mama said, "What the Great Spirit had said was true. Spring came again, and the snow melted. The cold, dark times passed. In time, they'll always pass, and the sun will always shine again. Have faith like our grandfather. Know yourself and show the world what's special inside of you. Let your colors shine. Okay, Mama, I will, yawned Little Crow. That night, Little Crow dreamed of flying through the sky just like her great-great-grandfather, covered in rainbow feathers and trailing a rainbow behind her wherever she flew. The smile on her face and in her heart was as big as the sky. It was her best dream ever, and she was happy. The end.